Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means another live stream here at the Wrestling for Life Network as we dive into AEW Dynamite tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Continental Classic continuing, a battle royal for a ring, and so much more. We're going to get into all of it, folks. So make sure you strap in, strap on. Grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. Looking forward to this one. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into, lots of craziness in the wrestling world, talking contracts and wrestling and inside the ring, outside the ring, and so much more. We're going to get into all of it as always. I see that chat filling up already. Remember, we want triple digits in the chat every single night. We appreciate it. So, as always, on Wednesday, we start with nothing but hope. Nothing but hopium. Hope TK and the crew can deliver on something. Give us a good show. Might be a bit of rocky times here and there, but we're looking forward to a stacked night tonight. Lots to get into with this card. Of course, like I said, the ring is on the line. We don't know how exactly it's going to work, but the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal will be happening. I might predict that it kicks off the show, but maybe not. Who knows? I'm predicting Adam Cole's going to win this, setting up Adam Cole versus MJF at some point. So we will see how that plays out tonight. Swerve Strickland taking on Max Caster. Max's mouth has got him in trouble. We know him and Bowens haven't been getting along. So maybe this is something new for Max to do. But Anna Jay will be taking on Penelope Ford. Jamie Hayter will be heard from. We'll see if that ties back into Julia Hart. That should be a fun one as well. Very interesting. And then the Continental Classic continues. Brody King taking on Claudio. And Shelton Benjamin taking on Kyle Fletcher. Of course, we also have Jay White, Pac coming off the heels of Jay White maybe going after Moxley for the title. Adam Page might be going after Moxley. Christian, Darby, we don't really know, but we're going to follow along. And, of course, this leads to next week with Winter is Coming, folks. But I will take a second to remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the face that runs the place. Happy to be back at it again and again. Wednesdays are always that night where we start off with all the hope, all the excitement. We want it to go good. We want it to make sense. We want it all to fit together a little bit. Hopefully, that's what happens here tonight. We are about 11 minutes away from the start of the show. I will say hello to the chat before we get going because I know I'm always behind schedule on the chat. But make sure you get in there. Click all the buttons. Don't forget those little reaction buttons as they do help the algorithm. And we are driving towards 7K subscribers coming off, hitting our 6K milestone. Looking forward to more and more success. So we appreciate, again, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You put a hump day in the books. We got Friday Junior tomorrow. The weekend is right there. We can almost feel it. We can almost taste it. Crazy couple days here on the channel as we have our deadline preview tomorrow. We have SmackDown Rampage Friday. And then, of course, on Saturday, we will be here for NXT Deadline. Lots of intrigue with this one. Who walked in the door? Who might help Ava? I don't know. There's some Samoans in NXT we can tap on. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But without further ado, good afternoon. Isaac got in here early. Good to see you. Welcome back. Clay Lewis, always a pleasure. Damien, happy to see you. Looking forward to Shelton Benjamin, Kyle Fletcher. This one should be fun, Damien. There's no reason why it won't be. There's not a whole lot of interference or nonsense with the Continental Classic. That is one thing that Tony does pretty good in these tournament matches. Kyle Fletcher, Shelton Benjamin, a tough one to call. Kyle Fletcher has been heating up, doing a lot of good things. Shelton just got here. He's already taken an L. Who needs the win more tonight? It'll be very intriguing as they try and advance or continue the round robin and then advance in the Continental Classic. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Mega, welcome back. How you doing? Look, just lonely. Hello. Collision. C Money, welcome back. Collision got 144K total viewers. Yeah. We knew this was going to happen going up against Survivor Series. I talked about this last week. I don't think Tony might as well just leave it in its normal time slot and see what happens, because moving it to 4 o'clock isn't helping it. Moving it earlier in the day doesn't help. Just let it run. I mean, you're getting low views anyway. Just ride it out. But he moved it, and he still didn't do very great. I know some fans hate the idea of talking about ratings, but I will remind everybody we never really talked about ratings a whole lot until Tony the Khan came along. So it's a very interesting dichotomy with this whole argument. It's not good. It's not a good number. Again, for all the people out there that are diehards that are like, oh, Collision was great. I'm sure it was. I mean, again, it wasn't terrible, but nobody's paying attention to it. Nobody's watching it. Trek, how you doing? Was rewatching last night's stream, still laughing about I got pulled over by a horse once. It's a true story. It really is a true story. I was actually working on clipping that out of the stream. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you're laughing. And if my life and my shenanigans can make you chuckle, I'm pretty proud of it and pretty happy with it. Eric, how you doing? How you doing? Wrestling for Life buddies, can't wait for Anna Jay versus Penelope match tonight. And we have Willow versus Deeb and Mina versus Emmy on Saturday. There you go. Okay, I was like, did I miss that? For anyone who missed last night's stream, go back and watch. I timestamped the horse story in the comments. Trek, I appreciate the timestamp. I hadn't got around to it, but yes, go check it out. Apparently, absolutely hilarious. One time, I was driving my car, and a cop, not a horse, but a cop on a horse, pulled me over, and I had to have that conversation. So, yes, go check that out. It was a good time last night. Happy hump day, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great week. Thank you so much, AD and AZ. Welcome back. Ken Rock, good to see you as always. What's good? 420 Daydreamer. Holy shit, it's Wednesday. Yeah, holy shit. We're flying through the week. Clipping. Again, hump day in the books. Friday Junior tomorrow. Friday the next day. It's going to be a fun one. And we got a lot to talk about. So thank God it's Wednesday. Mega feeling it. Let's go. Adrian, welcome back. Alexis, good to see you. Juice Robinson out of Continental Classic, replaced by Commander. I don't love Commander taking this spot. I feel bad for Juice. I worried that Juice was only in the tournament to take L's. So Commander is a good replacement as far as a guy that will come in, run around, do a whole bunch of flippy stuff, and take L's. But I thought Juice could do more than just take L's. Commander coming into this tournament doesn't, I mean, there's so much talent on this roster. Tony, kind of like where we joke that Tony's a kid with his toys. That's kind of, he's got the toys he plays with. He's got the toys that sometimes he'll go to the closet and pull out. And then he's got the toys he's completely forgotten about. Right, Ricky? Yes, hashtag free Ricky. Let's go. What's up, Wrestling Proud? Welcome back. Good to see you as always. Hello. I hope everyone is doing well. We got to have high hopes for this one. Every week we have high hopes. Every week we start off with positivity. I know some of our friends in the chat are like, oh, you hate AEW. But every week we come here with nothing but happiness. Nothing but joy and nothing but hope. Hoping. It's Christmas. Come on, man. Help us out. 123 Kid, get ready for this shit show. Oh, yeah. Great expectations from 123 Kid. Welcome back. Richard, good to see you. Mega, got you. Richard, again, do you feel this year C2 is way less hyped? It feels less important. And again, I don't know that they did the best job on the show explaining all the parameters. I'll put it out to the chat right now. Is Okada still the Continental Champion? Did he relinquish that title to compete in the tournament? Does he have to defend it? You know what I mean? It's a tricky one. Now, we saw Okada go to a draw with Danny. I don't think Danny should be in this tournament. And I mean, I look back at last year's results. Moxley was in the tournament. Kingston was in the tournament. Some other names in there that were a little more intriguing than Danny, Commander. Now, I know Commander's a replacement. But yeah, I mean, last year's C2 felt a little bigger, a little more important, a little more mapped out. And again, I like the idea of this type of tournament. If I was Tony Khan and all he wants to talk about is the good wrestling, the best wrestling, do the whole, like, break it all down and do it in like phases. But that's just my humble opinion on that one. This is awesome. Let's go. Good to see AJ back in the house. MDB's here. I'm just here for Harley Cameron. Hopefully, a Harley Cameron sighting tonight. We will see Harley Graham in the house. Welcome back, AB. Richard, we got you. Proud, we got you. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. One of my favorite names to say in the chat. Daniel, welcome back. I almost called you Barry. Who else we got? Richard's here. Got you. Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford. The only women's match tonight. Yeah. So we have usually one obligatory women's match. Goes between 6 and 9 minutes. Might go through one commercial break or one pitcher. There is not a lot of highlighting of the women's division on this show. Who are the contenders for the TBS title? Nobody. I know we just went through Statlander, but what is the division? Who is in the mix? Who gives a shit? The women's title, again, a little bit of hodgepodge. Anna Jay, Penelope, not a bad match. Anna Jay's been doing stuff. Penelope, I think, is underrated. But overall, what are you doing? Like, why can't we get more? Like, we just came off NXT, where 70% of the show is female. Raw, we got women running around everywhere. But Tony, and again, to his own demise, talks about the best women's division in all of wrestling, but never uses it, right? You got so much talent that are only on Rampage or maybe sprinkled into Collision. We don't see a lot of talent on Dynamite. The Deonna Purrazos, the Taya Valkyries, the Thunder Rosas. Where are all these women that make up this amazing women's roster? Can't find them. Don't know where they are. Anybody? I don't know. Phil, how you doing? I hope I have no hope. Come on, have some hope. Share your hope with me. Maybe it will pay off for once. Hannah, welcome back. With Khan's TV show falling apart in views, when does he finally learn his ways? Who else is helping with his horrible booking? Now, according to him, there's like 20 people that are helping writing. I think the biggest dilemma that AEW has is similar to a person we saw last night. Eric Bischoff's problem with WCW in the later part where, the 83 weeks ran out was the fact that so many guys had creative control. You spent a year building up Sting Hogan. The day of, Hogan says, not going to work for me, brother, and bails out. We never get it. We never get the payoff the way it should have been. I think AEW is going through a lot of that. Moxley's in charge of his own shit. Sasha's got her own, they brought in Pepper Potts to help Sasha. Everybody's calling their own shots. So the show lacks cohesion. The show lacks direction. Those who don't want to play ball, go home, ask Miro. At the end of the day, it's unfortunate, but the buck stops with Tony. And here's the tricky part about Tony. Tony has all the money in the world. So I don't know that Tony really gives a flying about the ratings at all. I don't think the ratings are that big of an issue for him, as I am getting the warning that 15 minutes goes by fast. What's good? Y'all think we're getting a chance? Well, you guys vote on that in the chat. I think there will be a rant. Most likely, we'll see. Especially if Jericho is. The show is kicking off, folks. Like I said, get in that chat. I want to see 100 people hanging out. We got 90 almost. So let's go. Hopeful KJ before Dynamite. Frustrated KJ after Dynamite. Very much has been the thing, Scott. As right now we're kicking off Dynamite with a package about Kyle Fletcher versus Benjamin. Dale, good to see you. Is the Dynamite Diamond Ring going to compete with the Saudi Arabia ring? That's what we should do. What's up, wrestling fam? The former champ is here, starting a new job pretty soon. Well, congrats, sir. Hope you're doing well, and I hope it goes well. I didn't know KJ was one of those French-speaking Canadians. I'm not. at all. Grade 10 out. Yo, what's up, Paul? What's up? What's up, Proud? Got you giving some love. I appreciate that. Kind of wish Dynamite Diamond Ring match felt more important. It was just announced last week in a promo segment. I agree. Again, that was one of those things where one year the guy who won the Battle Royal won the ring. The next year, the guy that won the Battle Royal had to beat MJF to get the ring. MJF has been the only guy to hold that ring. I think Adam Cole takes it symbolically tonight. There you go. The freaking weekend. Let's go. We might be 1/4 from here, 1/4 from here. What? But as we are going to run down from Sockface on all the fun stuff we're going to get here tonight, one away from triple digits. I love seeing it. What's up, Elimination Chambers? 3 weeks until Holly Jolly Christmas. Let's go. And I thought we would be opening off with the Diamond Ring, but we are not. We are opening up with Shelton and Fletcher. So I will put that out in the chat. You guys let me know who you're taking, who needs this win more? Who's going to get the W in this round robin match? It'll be very interesting. They call him Excellence. Shelton Benjamin. Did that happen? What's up, Kevin Williams? How you doing? It's time for the horse. I like it. Let's go. Denisha, welcome back. Keep going, folks. And I will remind you, super chat, super stickers, your way to stand out, your way to guarantee I click on your comments as I do my best to keep up, but y'all keep me busy. So don't be afraid to use those buttons. I think Shelton Benjamin has been the best part of AEW. Shelton's been good. Bobby's been good. MVP's been good. They feel like they are on a different show within the show. And here comes Kyle Fletcher. Was the Britt versus Deeb feud scrapped? Where'd it go? I have no idea. Britt said to Deeb, nobody cares. And I guess everybody agreed, and we went home. We haven't seen Britt. We haven't seen Deeb. If anyone out there knows what's up, I'm all ears. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny as hell. People wouldn't be on Tony McConn's ass about the ratings if he wasn't the one who brought the topic to the forefront. Again, when I started doing this, it wasn't the biggest of topics, but you had guys like Jericho, the demo god. If we remember when he could call himself the demo god, even though it was artificial. Yeah, I think that's been a lot of the problem. And I think there's this victim mentality from AEW where they talk a lot about, well, people just want to hate us because we're the competing brand. No, we were all cheering for you to come in and whoop ass and come in and do your job and come in and be cool, different, hip, and exciting. And it's just disintegrated. And a lot of the reasons you're criticized is even now with this contract disputes about Ricky and Phoenix and everyone else. Part of the problem isn't the fact that he's doing it, is the fact that once upon a time he was on the record of saying, I wouldn't be that kind of booker. I wouldn't be that kind of owner. Well, now he is. All right, folks, we got in the ding, ding, ding. Fletcher, Benjamin, who you got? Yesterday was so great. It really was. What's up? Guess what? We have Moose Track's ice cream. Moose Track ice cream is delicious. I do have a funny moose story, too. Thoughts on the Nick Nemeth AEW story? I'll come back to that, Richard. That's interesting. Technically, the horse was a cop. Technically, he was. But there was a cop on the horse. And I learned you're not allowed to talk to the horse. Evening, KJ. Hoping tonight is going to be okay. But the Red Commander has replaced Juice. Why should have been Buddy or Alistair? There's a list of people it could have been. A long list of people before Commander. I don't give a flying fuck the minute Commander's music hits. Kayfabe 401, welcome. Sweet Tony Rings in the house. How you doing, sir? Looking forward to chatting about some wrestling with you tomorrow night. Hope you are well tonight. Don Callis on commentary, by the way. So that's interesting. 62% are taking Benjamin. I'm going to go Fletcher, but I mean, maybe a draw on this one. I should have put that as an option, but we saw Danny Okada go to a draw. Could this one go to a draw? Benjamin looking good, though. Can't wait to see who is in the Battle Royal for the ring. Yeah, it's funny. I know Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. That's it. That's all I know. We also have Wrestling Revolver Saturday night as well. Hello, everybody. Bradley, welcome back. Wrestling Revolver season finale. Their last show of 2024, or at least their last pay-per-view of 2024. So that shall be fun. We will be here live for Deadline. We will be here live for Revolver. We're going to be live for all the things. We might even stick around for some UFC. Who knows? What up, Keyshawn? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Are the guns hurt? I think one of the guns was hurt. If my memory serves me correct, one of the guns got hurt, and we haven't seen either since. Shout outs to Anthony. Love seeing it. Love seeing it. Mina got 2 toys I want to play with. Hey, down boy. Behave. Behave. Free Ricky. Hashtag free Ricky Starks should be trending on Twitter, on X, on wherever. This should be a legit thing. Damn. Ratings are at all-time lows. Again, the analytics are at an all-time low. Ticket sales, ratings, merch. Like, again, if you're a billionaire's kid, maybe you don't give a shit. I get to have a great show no matter what, and I like it, so I don't care if you don't. But at the end of the day, for the fan base, it's not a good thing. When you are competing, well, we're competing. We're right there. We're revolutionizing things, but you're not. People are tuning you out at a record pace. The fans are chanting, Ospreay is better. How do you like them apples? Oh, Callis, that's good. Bit of a stalemate right now. Fletcher trying to get back into the ring. Champion or not, the Outrunners are the top of the heap in the tag team division. 80. The Outrunners are a great example of somebody that's over with the fan base, over with the crowd. Are they on Dynamite tonight? Nope. Were they on Dynamite last week? Nope. Where are the Outrunners? Every time they come to the ring, they get huge pops, but they're not one of Tony's buddies, so Tony doesn't use them. That, again, if I'm wrong, I think there's so much evidence to support that theory, but where are they? Every time we see them, the crowd goes wild. So why are we not seeing them more? Because the problem is they already had it in their mind. The Bucks are going to drop the belt. The private party didn't fucking matter what was going on over there. And that's what it is. So they put them on Collision. They put them on Rampage sometimes. But we rarely see them on Dynamite. Where are they? Where's FTR? Where are all these tag teams? Shane Taylor should have been taking his spot in the tournament. I would have been okay with that, but I think Shane was hurt. Is he back from injury, Hannah? Gordon, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Trip, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. AR1, this is where I would have made Ricky Starks the mystery opponent and win the whole classic. Again, it doesn't really matter what's over with the fans. And I believe that's why so many of the fans have checked out. But both men over the top to the floor. Hashtag parameters. Love it. Can't wait for Dynamite. Buddy Matthews should have been in it and champion. Buddy Matthews, it would be nice to see him booked. But again, I think he qualifies as another guy that like this is where it feels like Vince McMahon booking. You remember all those years through the 2010s into the 2020s that Vince, it didn't matter how much we cheered for somebody. Vince was going to do what Vince wanted to do. That's what Tony Khan is doing. And because he has an unlimited piggy bank behind him, it doesn't matter what us, the fans, want. And that's a problem. Gordon can't wait. As we are in picture, folks. Remember, get in this chat. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let's see if we can get up to 150 here tonight in the live chat. Share this link with everybody you know. Let's get this one going. But yeah, we are in picture. And it looks like Shelton is slightly in control of Fletcher in the little box. Build a story where he gets near the winning. Shane Taylor's another guy with personality. He could talk. He could do a lot of things. What's up, Eric? AEW Women's Division needs a spark. Something to ignite it. These one-off Mercedes feuds isn't helping the division. The spark will only come when you use it. It's like you want to use the spark analogy. You can't get a spark unless you're rubbing the rocks together, or you can't. It won't happen. And one shitty match a week and a couple segments for the women's division, it's not doing like less Jericho, more women's division. Less stupid segments that don't mean anything, more women's division. There's an opportunity here to book more. They just choose not to. Again, the fans seem to want it. Tony is doing what Tony wants to do. And because guys like Meltzer out there, that no matter what happened with the women, he rates them shitty, except this time he gave Mercedes like a 4 and something stars. It's fucking not just, but you know, Deonna Purrazzo has a decent match, 1 1/4. He conditions a lot of that hardcore fan base to think the way they do. Eric Tate, we're welcome. Brian, welcome back. Do you think Hologram would have been in the C2 if he wasn't injured? Yes. And I think he would have done well in it. That's the sad part. We got Anna J. Okay. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Coming soon. TK used to have Sky Blue on TV nonstop. I wonder what happened. She got injured. She will be back. Julia was injured. She's on her way back. A lot of people are on the way back, folks. Apparently, Anna J is targeting Mercedes, but she just lost to Mariah May twice. Yeah, help me understand that. What's up, Jose? How you doing? Wesley, welcome back. I hope that Adam Cole wins the Dynamite ring. That is my prediction, Wesley. I think it's going to happen. I think it could really happen. Was anyone seeing our commercial counter, Curtis, lately? Curtis has been in and out. He was here the other day. So, yes, we usually don't count commercials on Wednesdays, but Mondays and Fridays tend to be the day. But shout out to Curtis. As we are exchanging forearms, and I will say this, the crowd's a little bit into it. Oh, it just feels like random competitors are being thrown at both women's champions. That's what it is. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Like, if you want an Anna Jay, you put her in a bunch of matches, beating a bunch of people, and then you work your way up, and then you get there, and then you do something with it. It's like everything else on the show. There's nothing cooks. Everything's done in the microwave. If you don't like a microwave TV dinner, you're fucked on this show. Sup, chat. I love it. Got that one. Sup, Safid. How you doing? Brandon, welcome back. Good to see ya. In catering. I don't know what that was referring to, but I'll take your word for it. I'm good. Need Deonna back in TNA. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, Anthony. Like, let's go back to when Deonna was being used. I don't understand. And again, it's very WWE 5 years ago. We're just going to hoard talent. We don't want to let them leave. We won't use them, but we're not going to book them. We're not going to book them in any way, shape, or form, but we won't let them leave either. So it's kind of funny. Where's Kiera Hogan and Red Velvet? That's my answer to that one. Sean Reed, how you doing? I really feel like this show has to be good for me to keep watching. My kids get lost trying to watch AEW. He hates it, making it hard to keep defending. Sean, I think a lot of people, and again, you see podcasters out there, you see YouTubers out there who have, for the longest time, defended AEW. Like always, no matter what AEW did, AEW. Some of them even wore the AEW apparel while they were doing their shows. Now they're on they've converted. Oh, this is terrible. I can't justify it. Because there is a point where you have to give in. I think you even see it with Wrestling Observer. It's like Brian Alvarez is becoming the voice of reason. Meltzer's making little digs here and there, but not a lot. Fletcher gets a 2 count. Pretty good match to start the show. Your nemesis, what's up? Big E offered to come back and manage the New Day, but they embarrassed him and turned on him. I'd love Big E to come back with a new team and manage to exact revenge. I never thought of that option, Nemesis. I'm still waiting to see, is he done? Is he really? He didn't say he was done. Xavier Woods said you're never going to wrestle again. So that's where I'm a little hesitant. But yeah, Big E as a manager, Big E on commentary, Big E involved in the show helps the show. Big E is a good talent. But this was so well done on Monday. Big kick. Shelton rocked to his knees. It's like NASCAR. I'm here for the wrecks. kind of. Some nights I feel like that, my guy. Red Velvet needs to be on my screen weekly. She needs to be on a screen if she's part of this talent roster. Is she doing anything at Ring of Honor? I don't know. Corey, what's up? I was going to say no horseplay tonight, but then again, it's Dynamite. Oh, it's all the horseplay tonight. If there was ever a night to have some horseplay, it's going to be tonight. So, yes, I'm with you, my guy. Alexis, welcome back. I have a small hope for this show. Well, small's better than none. They're as creative as a 4-year-old with safety scissors. I told you, yeah, 100%. I call it pop-up book writing. If anybody knows what a pop-up book, you open it and the little pictures pop up. That's what this is. It's pop-up, and then you flip it to another pop-up. There's no connective tissue between each page. It's just, ooh, pretty. Ooh, pretty. That's all you're getting from these guys sometimes. Fletcher eats a power bomb. Sexy Rhea pin. Oh, and turns it into an STF. A variation of an STF. Let's go, KG. It's time for the boom. Blaze Trip, Luna Trip. Welcome. If Fletcher taps out here tonight, I'm going to be... There's no way. He gets to the rope. Tomorrow night, GB versus Detroit. Let's go. So we get close to those playoffs. There's creative. There you go. Sisters, my daddy. I see what you did there. I see what you did, Trip. I still have Big Bang Theory on. Okay, that's not fun. I'm ready. We're all ready. Let's go. Am I that far behind? Stop bothering me. Where's Misfit? I need a smoked brisket. Smoking a pancake? Big elbow from the top. 2. Good match. What's up? Brandon Barnes, welcome. Gilly, welcome. It's Tony's toy box, not yours. Exactly. And at the end of the day, he's got a billionaire daddy. I don't. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But then just keep your mouth shut. That's all I want him to do. Like, that's all. You can play with your toys all you want, but don't brag about how amazing your toys are if you're not doing the right things with them. Yeah. Smoke tree every day. Now Shelton fired up. Suplex. Benjamin should squash Kyle, as Benjamin should run. Well, again, it's a tough one. You can't have that happen, Hannah. Shelton squashing Kyle hurts Kyle bad. Another suplex. The crowd is on their feet. Me, when AEW says we'll hear from Jamie Hayter. You sure about that? For 30 seconds. We'll get a little bit of Jamie Hayter. SB is so goated. He's so good. And I will say this. I always wished the WWE did more with Shelton Benjamin. I'm not going to deny that at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, and Kyle Fletcher holding onto the ropes. Steals the win, gets the Bills. That's how you do it. Suplex over strong. It's good. And I'm okay with that finish. Some people aren't going to like it, but I'm okay with that finish. Shelton looked strong the whole match. Kyle Fletcher had to cheat. Kyle Fletcher's a heel. Technically, Shelton is kind of too, but we're not sure. But to me, that's okay. As Kyle Fletcher moves to 6 points. Now, I've already predicted Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay in the finals of this tournament. He stole it. Benjamin is making people excited. Exactly. And it's amazing how you can get a huge pop from your crowd with a suplex, a power slam, an arm drag, if done properly, can get over with the fan base. Well, I'll put it this way. If I happen to be near the toy box, I would definitely bully him out of the toy box. Brother Fluff Salisbury, I feel like it's been a hot minute. Scotty does know that Fiona and me. Beauty. I like it. I like it, brother. As now we are getting the setup for the next match, or no, replay of Okada and Daniel Garcia. Want to know, a win's a win. And again, bad guys cheating and doing bad shit is always been okay. Not okay in the realm of boo, but in the realm of that's kind of what we expect from the bad guys. And here comes Hook. Is Hook back? Is what if Hook is just here to be in the battle royal? I'm gonna shit my pants. What are we doing? No, he's in street clothes. Osprey and Juice. Juice is out of the tournament. Welcome back, Boston, by the way. Good to see you, Lisa. KJ would have booked hologram to win it 100%. A hologram all the way. Harleygram, maybe. Not so much with hologram. 316. What is your take on the news about Ryan Nemeth and CM Punk? I'll come back to that. Now, do remember that CM Punk had issues with Ryan Nemeth. Yeah. Okay. So I'll get back to Ryan Nemeth. What's up, Bash? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Power slam. And here comes. Okay, time out. Everybody hold the phone. What are we doing? Christian came out and was going to cash in on Moxley. We've already kind of beat this whole Hook Christian thing to death. Kip Sabian gets to join the group because of, I don't know why, because the dragon, he gets jumped. Speak of the devils. So Hook goes away for a few weeks. We don't even talk about him. Now he's back getting beat up. Oh, no, not. Judo throw. Now he's got Nick Wayne. Woo. Arm drag, anything can get over. I agree. Just has to be done right, Charles. You don't always have to blow up the building to get a reaction. The Hook signal ruins my night every fucking Wednesday. Now Christian, Nick, and Kip are beating up Hook. Did anyone know that, like, if the rumors are true, Christian might be challenging for Moxley's title at some point? Why is this Hook thing still happening? Was it not dead? It felt dead. I know I feel dead watching it. Mac Daddy trying to get out of the chair, man. You're a wrestler. Yeah, the Hook thing is overdone. Send Hook to Ring of Honor. As now they got Hook held down. And Concerto to the hand. If you already weren't using him, why did you bring him out just to fuck him up? Putting a mask over Harley Cameron's face. Right. TK stacked winner is coming and announced the match for Holiday Bash. Will Ospreay versus Darby Allin. Next week does look stacked. I will admit, a lot of tournament matches, but we'll see. Here comes Ronda Rousey in male form. That is amazing, Anthony. That is absolutely amazing. I love that. We are getting medical attention for Hook, but while that happens, let's go to the back. to watch Sasha walk around. Oh, again, we're going downhill quick, folks. No reaction. So a little bit of a pop when she said Indianapolis, and then she said CEO, and everybody went to sleep. They didn't give him the mic for long. That's the only saving grace of that whole thing. Who's Nemeth? Seriously. Dolph Ziggler and Dolph Ziggler's brother. Dolph Ziggler's brother had an issue with CM Punk. It was very public way back when. Called him out on social media. He felt like AEW never stepped in and then quietly just fired him. He accused Punk of harassment. Again, it's interesting. Up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear my voice right now, who do you think is going to win the Battle Royal as it is coming up next? I know we don't know who's in it outside of Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. They might be the favorites. Dun, dun, dun. But ladies and gentlemen, I will take a second to remind everybody out there, we are back tomorrow. We have our NXT deadline preview and predictions. Myself, Anthony, Big Nick, going to run through the card, talk about what could be happening. Who are the mystery people that we're talking about? What is going on? Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? We will be here for all of it. Friday, we got SmackDown. We got Rampage. Saturday, we have Deadline is on. We have Wrestling Revolver is on. There's so much going on Saturday. Be here live. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. We are growing so fast. We appreciate all the love. So be a friend. Tell a friend. And help this continue to roll along. Well, hooks up for months. He was already gone. Just leave him gone. It doesn't make any sense. Could Deonna and Taya duo work as Monet's protective wall? Yes and no. Yes, to a degree. But to me, that lessens two women that should be competing against Sasha. The reason Sasha doesn't compete against somebody like Deonna is Deonna will show her what a real professional wrestler looks like. Say goodbye to the CEO. Fuck, please. I would love to say goodbye to the CEO forever. No, they are building Mercedes versus Anna. Why? Yeah, again. And is there no, so Camille quits last week. Is she just injured and on the shelf, so no follow-up? How many times are we going to do these angles, these stories, the devil, that have no payoff? That's why fans are giving up on the show. You're building, Camille's mad at Sasha. Camille's mad at Sasha. I quit. Bye. What? Get back here. Drives me nuts. Adam Cole, baby. That's mine. My prediction as well. Apparently, AEW ordered Ryan to verbally antagonize Punk in front of the crowd. Oh, okay. That is interesting. I had not read that part. And does it surprise you? Now, is ordered the correct word? But we knew Jack Perry was fucking with Punk. We knew that clique of the Young Bucks and friends that's why Punk didn't want any of them at Collision. And Punk was public about it. Punk was honest about it. I want to run a professional show. You guys go do whatever you want. And when they showed up on Saturdays, there was an issue. And that was an ongoing thing. Again, Ryan Nemeth hasn't really made much of himself in or out of AEW or anywhere else for that matter. But a very telling thing. If that is truly the case, does it surprise you? For all the people that got on Punk's case, Punk's a cancer, Punk's a troublemaker, Punk, didn't want to talk about the victory lap of the Young Bucks, the mocking of Punk. Punk had to sit at home quietly, not making any comments. Not the only time he finally came out and said something was literally in an interview setting. Meanwhile, he was at home being mocked by these guys who thought they were getting over. We're back from commercial. Sorry, I got completely distracted. MVP ripping a strip off Shelton Benjamin. But it doesn't surprise me, Misfit. There was a lot of that. And one day, more and more of the childishness, some of the shit, you know, all the stuff with, oh, wait a minute. Her business just randomly beating up randoms? So Shelton Benjamin lost, and the Hurt Business taking their anger out on security and random people. But it doesn't surprise me at all, Misfit, to make my long-winded story short. Willie, welcome back. So what exactly is CEO supposed to mean besides play on the boss? That's all it does. There's no, they don't substantiate anything. It's just, you used to be this, so we'll call you this. Used to be the Hurt Business, now you're the Hurt Syndicate. Used to be the boss, now you're the CEO. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. What I would be doing with Sasha is lean into her having favor with the office. I get my way. I do my things. I call the shots. I don't, you know, supposed to be a match between Mercedes and so tonight. She refuses. You know, she gets physical with an interviewer or a camera person. I mean, maybe not a camera person, an interviewer, or maybe a ref. Maybe she roughs up Aubrey. And then she uses the CEO prowess to her advantage. But they don't do anything. She just cuts bad promo after bad promo after bad promo. And she's had one good match since she's been in this company. But Adam Cole's here. I see Kyle O'Reilly. Let's see who else got the jobber entrance here tonight. Anybody else see any names here? Adam Cole for the win. Absolutely. Brawl. Punk is no saint either. When he left WWE, he burnt a lot of those bridges. As burnt as they weren't burnt enough not to walk back over them. And Seth and Punk are making money. See the difference, Gilly? It's not about, he was no angel. I'm not excusing some of the things he did, but now he's there making money with Drew McIntyre, making money with Seth. He's in War Games with people that might not love him. But that's what pros do. That's what mature adults do. You learn how to make money. And one of the biggest downfalls of the first 5 years of AEW is not turning CM Punk and the Bucks and the Elite into money. They fucked it all up. And then they tried to fucking act petty about it. And they shot themselves in the foot because that Jack Perry footage only helped Punk even more. All right. Evil Ono's out. So we're off and running on the Battle Royal. Mark Davis is in there. This is fucking not good. The Butcher's in here. Lance Archer's in here. Oh. Brian Cage is here. The crowd is quiet as fuck. Darius Martin on the Top Flight's in this. Any good talent in this outside of Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly? Any top tier talent in this Battle Royal? Woo! Beat was laughing and smiling. Sean, it doesn't surprise me. Cole, I got pizza. I wish I had some pizza. Raw. Andrade to win the whole damn thing. Hannah, I don't see it happening. I don't. Why are they even here? Where is the top talent in this company? You have the best roster in the world, and I'm watching Evil Uno Top Flight again. The same assholes that were outside looking for Moxley never found him and gave up. Gave up. It's the Jobber Battle Royal. Adam is the only one that got an entrance that I can recall. I've never seen a Battle Royal end with two people winning. I mean, a rare tie. Bucks, TK, Meltzer, all the same type of people. And Meltzer's one of the biggest problems, Keyshawn. You are right. It's this passive-aggressive, pussyfooting, not man enough to say something to my man's face, chicken shit. And that's what started all the shit with Punk and AEW, was the running of the mouths to Meltzer. Meltzer publishing it like it was facts. Mark Davis on fire. Does anybody care? I think we're all losers in this one, MDB. 2 winners. We got a bunch of losers. This battle royal is so weak. It is fucking embarrassing. Beefy bastards going at it. So you got all these men laying around the ring. Why can't we have a fist fight in the corner? Why is nothing else happening but the 2 guys in the middle or 3 guys in the middle? Mark Davis gets knocked out, goes down awkwardly, grabs his leg, and the crowd boos. As we go to picture-in-picture, this barn burner of a jobber battle royal. With all respect, I order for a Monet to work the way you say. AEW has to establish clear cut. Who is 100%? One of the biggest problems with AEW's booking is everybody is muddied. Everybody is gray. Everybody is fucking, I'm a heel, I'm a babyface. I'm a bad guy, I'm a good guy. I cheat, I set things on fire. I can't bring myself to hit my friend with a chair. Everybody's emotions change. One week Adam Page is, like I just said, burning down a house. The next week he's like, should I hit this guy with this chair? I don't know. Just draw a fucking line in the sand. Bad guys and good guys. There's only exceptions that can slide into the gray. That's it. And that's one of the biggest problems is you get fans sitting in a building and they don't know who the fuck to cheer for. Tonight, do you cheer for Fletcher? Do you cheer for Benjamin? They've both been presented like heels. Who do you want the fans to cheer for? Instead, they cheer for, the only thing they cheer for is false finishes. Money can repair bridges. It really does. Absolutely. Money talks. So the last 2 don't have a match at the end of the Battle Royal, but rather next week. That doesn't make sense. And then the winner has to fight MJF. So MJF, who won this in a Battle Royal, which came down to the final 2, and then he had to win it, now isn't in it at all. Which, by the way, Willie, that's what they should have done with Okada. Okada's not in the Continental Classic. He will fight, he will defend his title against the winner of the Continental Classic. Just like you're doing with MJF. So on one hand, we got this rule. On this hand, a whole new rule. Nothing's consistent. We are in picture, by the way. We got a small Royal Rumble here. Love Royal Rumble. Yeah, this isn't quite the Royal Rumble. This is like the gimmick Royal Rumble. If anybody out there remembers that, that's what this is. I agree 100%. KJ, his beef with Seth is making big bucks and makes a great story for the fans. Listen, as a fan of AEW, all I wanted them to do was sit in a room and go, listen, I don't like you guys. You were pricks. You don't like me because I'm an asshole, but let's go make some money. And if they kept talking on TV about, I was supposed to get picked up at the airport, but the EVP's friend didn't book me a fucking a ride, and I had to take the transit. If they kept talking about all the little needling that was happening backstage, if they had more security footage that was relevant, like if CM Punk was still in the company and they showed the Jack Perry footage, it adds to a story. When he's gone, it doesn't matter. Just seems petty. Which now TK's, like the biggest thing I'm hearing about TK from a lot of people, he's petty. Petty about a lot of shit. But again, he's a child in a grown man's body. I'll remind everybody out there, TK is older than me. And he acts like he's a teenager. Yeah, of course Cole's going to win. There goes Martin, one of them. Oh, Leo Rush is in here. He was so little I didn't see him till the crowd cleared out. Rocky's in here. Not one mid to higher level talent in this fucking battle royal. Why are you wasting my fucking time, Tony? Why? Why are we wasting our time? Nobody that matters is in this. Wait, that's it? Where's a ton of wrestling? Yeah, again, where is this where the best wrestle? There's like 25 of your best. 20 of your best. Guys that have a combined winning fucking average of fucking maybe 200 on the year. There goes Rocky. Goodbye. In 2021, Roman said if there is money to make with Punk, he'll do. Everybody feels that way. Why would you not? And whether we like Punk or not, Punk is a draw. We see it. Look at the reaction videos. Look at the clicks on little moments. Roman and Punk disagreeing in the cage at Survivor Series. We're down to 4. By the way, Adam Cole has done fuck and all in this battle royal. But we are going down. So we're going to get Kyle O'Reilly versus Cole, which we could have just done that without this. Doink the Clown will show up. Yes, Joe. Yes, let's go. The Butcher is still with the company. Yes. The Butcher shows up about once a month to do an L and leave. To do an L. Weird way to say it, but you know what I meant. At least we get Layla Gray at ringside. Oh, it's ridiculous. Which one? Cole for the win. Yeah, AB, I think Cole for the win is a safe bet at this point. Well, remember, it's going to go to Cole and O'Reilly, and then they're going to have a match. So I thought it was tonight, but apparently it's next week, which is even a fucking such a flat ending. Cage is on the apron. Lance is on the other apron. By Lance, by Cage. They set up a fucking convoluted spot, and we are down to Cole and O'Reilly. Are they fighting tonight? No! 1 week from tonight, and the crowd was like, so winner is coming, baby. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, for a chance to fight another guy. The fuck are we doing? The only 2 people in that battle royal that mattered were the 2 people at the end. What are the fucking odds? Why did we just skip to it? Now we got Jamie Hayter on screen. Well, we got Julia talking about Jamie Hayter. Anybody know why Julia's mad at Jamie Hayter, speaking of things that don't make any fucking sense? The Butcher looks like my old middle school lunch lady with a hairnet. Only 2 people in this match feel like winners. And oddly enough, Richard, that's who's left at the end. And do you think, after all that time, that we would get a winner tonight? Yeah, we'll come back next week. What an absolute waste of our fucking time. You just wasted 20 minutes of TV time for nothing. We went to a weird package from Julia about Jamie. We don't know why that's happening. We go from that to the Acclaimed in the back, and they're not getting along. Billy's upset. Billy's upset. They should have really put some others who we would think had a chance to win besides all the filler talent. Well, Willie, you know, genius. You think the booker, a former booker of the year, would know that or get that or try and do that. You think at some point this guy would think, you know, let's throw in some misdirection. What's the one thing we keep talking about on these streams about the WWE? We're guessing at so many different things. Is Paul going to screw Roman? Is Punk going to take Paul? Even NXT last night. Who's Ava talking about? Who showed up in the office? Who jumped fucking Jay on Raw? Oh, it was Drew. misdirection. Who? But it is simplistic, childish booking. Period. If you are above the age of fucking 12, this is not interesting. But here comes Swerve. And I don't know why he's here. Oh, he was at the beginning. So now we're going to get Swerve Max Caster. Should be good. Let's hope. Put it in the chat. Let's see how you guys feel about it. Who wins? Not the biggest reaction for Swerve, to be honest. So if you're in the chat right now and you disagree with me, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. But are you telling me that they did not just waste all of our fucking time with that battle royal? That was just as much of a waste as we got last week with Ishii and Jericho wasting everybody's time. Tony Khan continues to waste our time. If you are a fan of wrestling, if you're a fan of AEW, and you see who's in the ring for that battle royal, you can go back to your phone. You can start scrolling social media. You can put on a movie. You don't have to watch the battle royal. You know what was going to happen. Who won? Technically, nobody. The only battle royal that goes for 3 weeks. The final two in the battle royal were Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. They will fight next week. Not now, when they're already in the ring. Ooh. Sorry, Max Caster cutting a freestyle. All right, well, freestyle. But yeah, so Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole will fight each other next week. The winner of that will fight MJF to find out. So you have the Diamond Dozen, whatever the fuck this is, Diamond Ring match, Battle Royal tonight. You have it tonight. But we won't find out who the 2024 winner of that ring is for at least 2 weeks. The fuck are we doing? The fuck are we seriously doing? We could have had 20 minutes of Harley Graham, 100%. You can only give me one women's match, but you're going to give me 20 minutes of every fucking jobber in the company throwing each other out to get to an obvious ending. What the fuck are we doing? Benjamin and the Hurt Syndicate got a bigger reaction from Swerve right now than Swerve right now, I think what you're saying. Swerve is on the verge of being cold for me, to be honest. Kid, it kills me. And you're not wrong, my guy. This is where booking can kill. Now, the fans are chanting a bit because of Nana, but you literally had the opportunity. Swerve Strickland, and I mean this respectfully, should be the Jey Uso of AEW. This is the guy that when he walks in, the whole place goes nuts. All 2,000 of them. But people will buy tickets to be a part of moments like that. Fans love playing along. And Swerve could be just that guy. You hear the music. Nana comes out. Starts with the fucking dance. And you should have everybody in that building dancing and ready to go. He could be that. But then he was a heel. Then he was a good guy. Then he was a heel again. Then he was kind of both. Then his house got burned down. Then his feud went nowhere. Then he lost his feud, kind of. Or then he won it and then got beat by the Hurt Business. And then just got beat up by Bobby, and that was it. All right, good match, bye. Oh! I love Swerve. I think Swerve's talented as shit. Book him. Crowd's awake now, but look what Nana's doing. Nana might be the best manager in AEW. So Max Caster is just a CM Punk dick now? I don't, maybe. Listen to the fucking crowd. Book the people that get reactions. Tony, you might not know your fucking ass from a hole in the ground, but it's simple. Take the headphones off. Book the people that get reactions. Swerve, the Outrunners, Book guys like that. Ricky Starks when he was around. The House of Black when they were being used. Use the talent that gets yay or boo. As Swerve destroys Caster. So Caster's solo career is meh. This battle royal was worthless. Only 2 people that have anything to do with MJF won. Go figure. Now, after 85 random promo videos not about Hater, now one does all of a sudden. This fucking show is killing me. Why is Julia mad at Jamie? Why is Jamie not addressed the fact that she was world champion? Anybody? I'll wait. I got all night. Swerve's got a... What about Abrahantes? Oh, I love Abrahantes. I hope Abrahantes can join Penta in WWE. Abrahantes is so good. Another guy was getting crowd reaction. They don't use him. So, Swerve going back up top. This is one of those moments. Everybody in the audience, Swerve is so over. They're cheering. They're losing their mind. Even now, they're losing their mind at the idea that he's going to pop Caster again. They murder Max Caster tonight. So any thoughts of the Acclaim breaking up and Caster going solo? Dead. Long-term booking doesn't exist. No. All right, folks. I've been yelling for a while. What are we doing? What don't AEW fold because of bad booking? Like I said, more money and less wrestling. Again, I mean, Tony is pleasing Tony. And that's where Tony has become Vince McMahon in a lot of ways for me, is that Vince was booking what Vince liked. And he didn't give a fuck what the fans did. Someone like Mizdow, the fans are losing their mind. They're like, fuck it, I didn't want that. So it doesn't happen. Right? You have the exact same thing happening here in AEW. You got guys like Brody King that could be a killer, but he's not. Oh, happy that this was a squash. Yeah. But the biggest reaction of the night, nobody on this show got that reaction. Nobody gave a fuck that Adam Cole beat Kyle O'Reilly. And I think most of the fans in the building were looking at each other going, or will face Kyle O'Reilly. We're looking at each other going like, why aren't they fighting now? I paid a ticket for now. I want to know who wins the battle royal now. What the fuck are we doing? I really like Swerve trying to pull a Cody or a Drew, increase your stock for a bigger bargaining chip. Again, yeah. That's the thing that's got to make Tony nervous. A lot of these contracts are going to expire. And the question will become, like any sports team out there, did you get what you should have gotten out of a talent? So you sign a guy for 3 years and then he moves on. What did you do in the 3 years that you had him? And a lot of the talent that are going to leave, I don't know. Booking's confusing. Julia is randomly trending on X right now. That's random, but good for her. Now this crap. Yep. I got to catch up. What are we saying? Is Jade hurt or is it a work? I believe it's a work to cover up an actual injury. Again, right now in 2024 with all the wrestling, you're never quite sure. Me and Nick still don't agree on whether or not Rhea Ripley actually did hurt her eye. He doesn't think she did. I do believe that they kind of tied an actual injury into the storyline because they had to. Jade, the same thing. We don't know, though. There's nothing. They don't confirm anything. And one company is a lot better at keeping things quiet, right? If Punk was going to show up at an AEW pay-per-view or some big signee, we would have known about it 4 days in advance from Meltzer, from Sean Rossap. All the fucking assholes would have been out just reporting it. Guess who's going to be there Saturday with WWE? People in the company didn't even know he was going to be there. That's the difference, folks. Professionalism. Pac and Jay White look like estranged cousins. That's funny and kind of true. Shelton Benjamin got a little of a pop. Shelton got a good pop. Like, I mean, again, especially when he was hitting the suplexes, those suplexes got a good reaction, but nothing got even close to Swerve. And it makes you wonder, well, you just knocked Swerve off the mountain, and then you Swerve to put Bobby over. My assumption was Shelton, Swerve Strickland and the Hurt Syndicate would be an ongoing storyline, but it's not. It's one and done. One and done. Like a fucking shitty Tinder date. Out. Done. Bye. This could be the end of the Acclaimed. It could be, but you just murdered Caster live publicly. Do you think that Triple H was when Swerve? Do you think that if Triple H was there when Swerve was? I'm trying. Would they let him go? I think Triple H would have done better with Swerve, and I think that's what we've seen with some of the people that have returned. Like, I'm curious, like if FTR's contract comes up, which I don't believe it's up till next year, would they consider going to a Triple H book show? Because he booked them so well. They're not getting booked here at all. Or maybe they're just happy sitting at home, not working. Like, that's the trickiest part. How many wrestlers are getting banked to sit at home? And again, I know AEW fans hate Eric Bischoff, but that's WCW. So it's official. We got the graphic. Winner is coming next week. Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, to get a chance to fight MJF for the ring. I want the Acclaimed in WWE. It'd be interesting, Andy. The thing with the Acclaimed was, and I kind of said it way back at the time, was when the fans started cheering for them a lot and really wanted them to win, Tony panicked and gave him the belt. And he should have held off because the chase, there's money in the chase, folks. So if you would have went to Grand Slam that year and they lost again, the fans would go on Twitter and lose their mind. Oh, this is shit. I can't believe it. And then you make them chase. You make them chase. Then when they finally win, it's a big payoff. You line up some people for them to fight. But you just hand them the belts and no plan and no booking. And it killed it. I don't blame Shane for staying home. I don't blame a lot of people for staying home. How many people go on a tier in AEW, get white hot from booking next to nobody? Swerve needs to go on a run, too much 50-50 booking. 1 second. I'll get back to that, kid. I like that one. Click that little reaction button, folks. Those little hearts, those little fucking smiley faces or whatever they are. If I got almost 130 people here with me right now, everybody go click those little reaction buttons if you have them. If you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, click those little reaction buttons. They help us. They help us. They tell other people we're here. So MJF cuts another promo basically saying the same shit he always says. Fuck you, Cole. You suck. Go fight each other. I don't care. But thank you for 130 people joining us tonight. We are back tomorrow. We're back Friday. We're back Saturday. We're back all next week. We got so much coming your way, folks. Because now we are going to a replay of Jay White, the end of Full Gear, which will only cause confusion. Christian came out tonight, beat up Hook for no reason. And here he is at the end of Full Gear trying to fuck with Moxley. Kind of, sort of. We don't know. So Julia Hart wants to test her strength by beating Hayter. Kind of dumb reason to target Hayter. Why is Julia fucking with Jamie Hayter? Why is Jamie Hayter not chasing down the champion that has Julia's belt or Jamie's belt? Why? And actually, right now, see, this is where the favoritism and the bullshit get in the way of AEW. Because if you want to make money or make something matter, well, Julia Hart comes back and goes after the TBS champion. But Sasha doesn't want that because Julia's going to make her look bad. because Julia's going to get all the love, but you're a heel, so do it. Do it. Julia goes after Sasha. Jamie wakes up and realizes, oh shit, I was champion. Maybe I want that belt back. Maybe. But here comes Jay White. Ooh. This show exhausts me some weeks, folks. By the way, 86% of you guys were right about Swerve, and I forgot to take it down as I put up the next one. So who you taking? And Shivani's saying that there's no members helping him out. It's not a Continental Classic match, but nobody's helping. What is this? Like, this entrance is fucking crazy. I forgot that Pac had his own entrance. Time to mute TV. See, that's crazy that people say that now. Shelton Benjamin should have won the match. Jordan, that's a tough one. We would have to debate that a little. A little graphic. I'm not going to read it out loud, but again, I think a lot of people would be pumped, right? Like if Punk's in something with, and needs help, and FTR were to show up, the question becomes, does FTR want to get off the couch? They said the most important thing to them was their legacy. Remember when they re-signed? Remember when Dax was hinting at, oh, look, like taking pictures. Oh, just so happened there's a WWE contract looking-ish thing near my drink. Remember when Dax got his own podcast and was a little controversial? But that all went away once he got his money. And where is he? Does anybody know how many matches FTR has had in 2024? Because Dax said it from his own mouth, the most important thing for us is our legacy as the best tag team ever. What have they done to further the legacy of FTR since FTR re-signed? Oh, wait. I got all these questions. Somebody's got to have some answers. All eat welfare. I read that wrong the first time. But we are off and running, folks. Pac, Jay White, which should be a good one. And they do look like relatives. It's hilarious. Yeah. Again, right now, there's people with the WWE. There's William Regal. There's other scouts. There's Nick Khan apparently takes a vested interest in talent. Like he loves going to independent shows. Triple H. They're just taking notes. Okay. This woman gets over. This guy does good stuff, needs a little work. They're just taking notes. And they're waiting. Wardlow, Ricky Starks, Swerve. The list goes on. Now, Swerve has publicly said, I'm never going anywhere. Shit changes. AEW. Now notice how Benjamin got the pop from the suplex, and how did he do it? By working the crowd. That's it. We watched a guy that's famous for hanging out at Costco work the crowd. Why can't these professionals figure the fuck out? Yes. So about this one, it's actually, and I completely agree with you, kid. It's actually been the opposite. Wardlow caught fire. They cooled him off. The Acclaim caught fire, cooled him off. It feels like, again, like VKM. If you get hot and the boss didn't have a plan for you to get hot, they don't know what to fucking do with you. And that we've seen it time and time again. Even when you sign it, Ricochet. Oh my God, we signed Ricochet. Wait, he's in the Battle Royal? Did he win? No. Did he do good? No. We only saw him for 3 minutes. What's he doing next week? He's going to fight Commander on Rampage. What? Like that, like cooling off everybody. And I think a big part of it is the egos within the building are a problem for AEW. Right? You can't bring tag teams in and have them do great because the Bucks get pissy. You can't have other guys come in because the AEW originals, you got Britt Baker pissed off. You got fucking Moxley upset. Oh, well, they just got here. It's not fair. You got to do what's best for business. Irish whip off the ropes. Oh, Pac catches the foot. There is no way Swerve would have been champ for only 126 days. He should have been the Gunther of AEW. There is no intention to keep him at the top of the mountain. Well, again, Lady B, you're 100% right. Like it was short-lived. And what did you do to follow up all the shit with Adam Page? I love Swerve and Adam Page. One of the best rivalries of 2024 in all of wrestling. It was fun. Some shit I didn't like, didn't agree with. Needle in the cheek, stupid. But he just ate a fucking L from Bobby at the pay-per-view, and I assumed it would continue. It didn't. It's dead. Yeah, he beat the shit out of Castro tonight, but now what? Where do you go with it? And he's getting a bigger reaction than everybody. Listen to the crowd on your TV right now. Then rewind and listen to the crowd as Swerve kicked the fuck out of Max Caster. Use the people that are getting a reaction, bad or good, as long as they're getting noise out of the crowd. Oh, Yuta's here. Another guy I'm sick of looking at. Yuta lays out White. Shelton Benjamin should have won the match. We can debate that all night long. I do me Inc. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The crowd chants, Yuta sucks. MJF is not over anymore. There's another example of a guy organically got white fucking hot, and they cooled him off. And I think MJF is a genius right now. You collect all that money you can from Tony Khan. You go off and shoot movies. You show up once in a while to do a little shtick, and eventually your contract expires. And then you cash in big, and you get to see where you get to go. Tony Khan. Who would you think wins the whole thing? Tony, are we talking about the diamond ring thing? If Adam, it would only make sense. It's Adam Cole. Adam Cole should have fought MJF at the pay-per-view, but it was Roddy. Unless Cole's injured, it should have been Cole, but it was Roddy. If it is Kyle O'Reilly instead of Cole to win the ring, but if it's MJF to win the ring again, just melt the ring down and turn it into a bullet. Swallow it. Where's Thunder Rosa? Great question. Tony, you're in the chat. Where's Thunder Rosa? The fuck you asking us, Tony? MJF has peaked at AEW. A shame. Man, that guy was so different, and he was cooking. And when he comes out and just starts fucking ripping on things, and it felt real and it felt authentic. Shout out, Nick. And it just dissipated. You ruined it. The devil stuff sucked, and you have killed your company. And I really wish that was actually Tony Khan in our chat, because maybe he would listen to the fucking sensibility of his fans. But he won't. I thought no one can be ringside for this. Is not a Continental match. Just so you know, this is not part of the Continental Classic. Jay White versus Pac. Neither of them are in the Continental Classic, I do not believe. This year. Jay White was in last year. Pac might have been in last year too. But this is just a match for a match. Because Jay White is mad at Moxley. Darby tried to kill Moxley, and he's in the Continental Classic. So I'm confused by a lot of this. I love Swerve, but in my opinion, he wasn't the guy to do the Gunther run. That was Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. Oh, my God. If Joe comes back and fucks with Jericho, I'm going to quit. I might quit on stream. You might just get the blank screen for the rest of the show. Joe, I mean, again, we know Joe's busy, but Joe's a smart guy as well. So we'll see. But especially with how dominant he was booked leading into being champ. You're not wrong, man. But again, Swerve is so over, he could have had a 300, 400, 500-day run. He's the type of guy that if you lined up a bunch of heels, and he was like that Shawn Michaels type, athletic enough to do some shit, but was up against the Brian Cages, the Lance Archers, you know, feed them big guys. And they beat the shit out of him. And he finds a way to win. You could have kept that going for a year, man. Matt Jackson has the biggest ego in the company. I can't confirm or deny that. I know him and his brother think they're fucking wonderful, and they suck. They suck. They have somebody like Meltzer who strokes them off constantly, but they are not one of the best tag teams. They're not even in the top 10 best tag teams of all time. They're not one of the best tag teams in the last 5 years. They're not one of the best tag teams in the last 10 years. They are not one of the best. They're not. They are just not. But Jay White in control of Pac, by the way. What's up, Hagen? Long time no see. The biggest issue with AEW is that every story involves or revolves around a title. The feuds we got aren't good. The matches might be good, but if the promo segments leading up to the matches are dry, that's bad. And so it's the depth. And again, it's a lot of the blurring the lines. But in order to get those compelling promos, those compelling matchups for your champions, is you need a strong mid-card. You need people climbing the ladder and pushing up, right? You got to brings everybody up. And the biggest problem is bigger than that. 2 count. Just way too much random shit. Voodoo Kid Mafia. There you go. Shout out Billy and VKM. There you go. Deanna needs to be back in TNA. Deanna needs to be anywhere that they let her be on TV. She's an absolute fucking pro. Nothing. FDR is as cold as the weather outside. Facts, Philip. Jay White for the win. Absolutely. Let me check on this. 73% of the chat taking Jay White in this one, which makes sense. About 4 matches. FDR fights quarterly. And again, if somebody offered you a boatload of money to stay home and hang out with your fam, I'm not judging them. What I'm disappointed in as an FTR fan is this guy went on and on. It's about our legacy. It's about what we could do. We want to leave our mark. Oh, we got our check. Bye. Podcast shut down. Then he's tweeting out, we love AEW. People just hate AEW. What the fuck are we doing? People are cashing in on a fucking moron. Period. A guy that's running around with daddy's checkbook. People used to shit on Eric Bischoff for running around with billionaire Ted's money. That's Tony Khan. Except billionaire Ted is his papa. They had to turn MJF heel when he got a great reaction as a face. Dumb decision. Again, you have to have clearly defined roles. You can't tell stories. Every story you've ever read, watched, or thought of has a bad guy and a good guy, an antagonist, a protagonist. Without that, it's just 2 dudes smacking each other. That makes sense. Thunder Rosa fought Holly Graham over the weekend. No one saw it. It's just an illusion. The fuck are we doing? I'll take Dirty Dom over the MJF right now. Dirty Dom with Liv is my vote for Heel of the Year award. That's a valid argument, man. Dom definitely deserves his flowers. Liv, I've praised a lot this year. And MJF does not get the reaction that Dom does. Period. Hawk with the kicks. Hawk off the ropes. Jay White is looking intense. He is looking intense. But this is not a tournament match. Hawk was majority of 2023. Yeah, Pac was MIA and doesn't wrestle a lot still that he's back. And if you have trios champions in a trios division, hey, Tony, use your divisions. Where are the tag teams? Where are the trios? Melt those belts down. Those trios belts are garbage. Phone Alondra Blaze and ask her to come over and get rid of those trios titles. Please. They're fucking useless. With all the luchadors in AEW, that MJF American heel shtick was so much, had so much gas in the tank for them to switch it off. What bothered me was it killed his credibility, though, kid. But Yuna's still at ringside. Pac is stretching out White, got him down to a knee, and Jay White gets to the row. If you were going to make that turn out of nowhere, all of a sudden it was going to be patriotic MJF, and he was getting booed, and yeah, there are reasons why it could have worked, then run it. But to just do it for like a 6-week window, if that, was it a month? Oh. Referee distracted as Yuta. Jay White's going to lose this match. It's going to be fucked. He can't lose this match. Whoa! Switchblade! Jay White steals the win. Big finisher. Punk looks like a loser. I love this show. I fucking love this show. I swear to God, guys. Pac was out. Yeah. I don't even know what we're doing. Get out of here, fake Tony Khan. No, leave him. I like it. It makes me feel like I get to rant at him. Joe was a Triple H guy. Yeah. And then Yuta eats it. Blade Runner, by the way. I think I called it something else. Now Marina's here. What the fuck? They're just going to make out and confuse everybody. And here comes Moxley. We know it's so simple. And you make your wrestlers look like fucking idiots. But yeah, that whole gimmick, it took all the credibility out of MJF because you proved that he was just acting. Does this show have any hope? This particular show is probably dead in the water for me. Dynamite in general, something's got to change drastically or people are going to continue to get mad at it. People are going to continue to jump off the boat if it doesn't find a way to start floating better. But Moxley taking out Jay White. This guy's an animal. Moxley ain't no Gunther. Speaking of horses, here comes Adam Page. My favorite wrestler for obvious reasons. So Moxley destroys Jay White. Adam Page shows up. So Jay White, Adam Page. It looked like it might be Christian too, but Christian's busy with beating up Hook. But Hook's now out. So what do we do? Does Nick Wayne's mom fight Marina Shafir? The fuck do we do? Moxley walking down. This shit is so boring. Wait, we got a cameraman. Orange Cassidy! What the fuck? Orange Cassidy dressed like a cameraman, now getting beat up by Marina. Page beating up Moxley. What the fuck? Now Yuta fighting Page. Jay White still down. OC, did OC just throw Marina over the guardrail? That's amazing. OC back up. Superman punch. Pac down again. Pac's a bitch. And we at least get a freshly squeezed chant. Superman punch to Moxley. Blade Runner. Jay White takes out Moxley with the help of Orange Cassidy. An incredible Dynamite moment. Someone fire Tony Schiavone. Now Hangman waiting, so we thought it might be Christian. This might be your fatal four-way, which makes little to no sense. We get the buckshot. This is amazing. Up next, Claudio, who just stayed in his dressing room for all of this. Sorry, guys, I got a match. Have fun getting beat up. The fuck are we doing? Jake, how you doing? OC, Page, and White is kind of an odd trio. Oh, wait a minute. Did Excalibur just say something that I should have heard? And now, are they sponsored by Dodge by any chance, or is it just happens to be a Dodge Ram that they're using? So we are getting the ad for World's End, but I don't get it. So will it be Moxley versus Page versus, but then you're stacking the deck against the heel. Not really the norm for booking. 100%, Hannah. Oh, we got Jamie Hayter finally. That doesn't work for me, Mike. Mox no selling is ridiculous. It's fucking, it's insulting. Hangnail, what the fuck? Death Rider segment in weeks. Yeah, they all got their ass kicked. And Claudio, if you're advertising Claudio being in the building, Claudio has to come out. He has to. Because now we're going to see him in the next segment, and you're wondering, why didn't you help your friends? Oh, I had a match. Really, bro? Really? Really, bro? You that selfish? You're that selfish? You didn't want to come help me? Look, it's British Becky. Becky is British. I mean, Ireland counts, right? White and OC have factions, yet none of them keep. Yeah, right. Well, now Jay White's faction is out. All of them, but one, apparently. They're done. But where is the conglomeration? Well, Kyle O'Reilly's trying to fight Cole. Ishii is recovering from his death-defying match with Jericho. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, just when the excitement could not stop. I will remind everyone real quick, though, winter is coming next week. We will be here live. Tony likes to go big during winter is coming, so we'll see what happens. And I will remind everyone out there, we are here for Deadline on Saturday. We're also going to be watching Wrestling Revolver season finale, their last show of the year. It's crazy. We got awards we're working on, our year-end stuff we're working on, more streams we're working on. So much stuff coming your way. Plus, we have interviews coming up. We're working on so much. So be a friend, tell a friend. Come on, KJ, man. What? Come on, AEW. Wait, don't come on me. What the fuck? AEW is sponsored by TK's Plug. Ouch. Claudio should have been the match before all this happened. I would have, yes. I buy that. Up next, we are going to get Anna Jay and Penelope Ford. Tony Khan loves throwing the women's match after chaos. The 20 guys beat each other up. Send the women after. Yeah, so here's my thought process. If it's going to be a fatal four-way at the pay-per-view, it's tricky because generally, like a heel champion, the odds are usually stacked against the babyface. Like it would be like the heel champion and a couple of his, this is everybody coming for Moxley. And if to their credit, Moxley's going to have to find a way to retain. I didn't think OC was going to be back. I actually thought you were going to give OC some time off. Nope. But ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break, so I will take a second to get a word from our sponsors. There you go. Go check out our merch. The link down below. T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, hats, mugs, so much more. We just came out with our zip ups. Plus, the Wrestling for Life Army shirts are now out in camo, black, gray, and green. Go check out the store. Go support the cause and be a friend, tell a friend. Remember, we are selling the Fuck Meltzer shirts and all those proceeds go directly to charity for people who can't read good, because clearly we need to help them out. Just because they're British, they have red hair, doesn't mean they're copping each other. Fair enough, Chair. Fair enough. I never said it, just for the record. What the fuck is this? Hammerstein. Chris Jericho's on my screen. Did he just say in Beantown? New York's not Beantown. Was he being funny? So they got Jericho cutting. What the fuck is this? Can you be a sponsor? Yes, you can. What in the onion is this? What the fuck are they making me watch? Yes, I know that. I'm fucking Canadian. He's forgetting, like, he doesn't even know, like, he's forgetting his fucking words and everything. Tomorrow night. It just keeps getting worse. We will be here live for Final Battle. I do believe it's a Friday, which again, I feel bad for Ring of Honor. All right. I know we joked around a lot about a horse last night, but what the fuck am I watching now? Yeah. Okay, so he was trying to be funny, but he's a fucking idiot. So as you're doing a promo call out for actual shows coming up, you're bumbling like, oops, I'm saying the wrong things because ha. But if you're watching like, oh, they're doing a show at the Hammerstein, it comes off, oh my God. So, ladies and gentlemen, did anyone out there catch what they just did? Did anyone catch the campy bullshit promo package pre-tape they just did to sell us on the idea that Bandido is on his way back? You want me to take Bandido serious, but you follow Jericho's childish bullshit with that bullshit? Is anybody going to take this company serious at all? What are we going to do with this company long term? Why does he look like Elias Bandido? I love Bandido, but that vignette was fucking bad. Yeah, what is this? What is all of this? Now we're actually getting a hype package for Penelope and Anna Jay. A rivalry renewed. This is one of the most serious things they've done on this show. And they give Anna Jay the fucking jobber entrance. Because why? Why couldn't we get a full entrance from Anna Jay? Because Jericho needed a New York minute, and you wanted to do a piece of shit fucking Bandido tease. What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? All right. I'm going to put this in the chat, folks. Get your predictions in. Who you taking? Again, I forgot to put nobody, but who cares? You'll figure it out. Daniel, anything happened tonight? A whole lot of bullshit is what's happened tonight. Tonight is fucking... I was disappointed last week. Tonight is worse than last week. My question is, why do you love Bandido? I've seen Bandido work a lot on the independents. I saw Bandido in Ring of Honor, good matches, good quality guy. I've seen him do good things. Do I think he's like bring him in and make him world champ? Probably not. But I like Bandido a lot. I think he's talented. But what they just did was basically make a joke of him coming back. Yeah, he was. No, but he was. But I mean, again, like you said, at the end of that, C-Money, come on. And again, that vignette was fucking atrocious. And keep in mind, this is the stupidity of this company. Jericho was just on TV with a cowboy hat on. Right? He had a hat on. Had a 9 on it because he's the Nuevo. He's a fucking idiot. And then you followed it with something very silly. I thought it was connected to Jericho. Bandido. Ray Phoenix will be on the next House of Glory show, and Ricky Starks versus Mike Santana. Ray Phoenix. Okay. Plus, he is also part of the chat, so we just root for our boy. I got to roll up. What are we talking about? Anna Jay needs to go to NXT. Anna Jay for the win. My question, I got that one. I think Biden, I don't want to read that, but hey. Oh, I see what you're saying. But yeah, that doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. I thought it was a commercial. We all thought it was a commercial. It was so poorly done, really campy acting. Like, sell me on why Bandido's a big deal. And again, when you're not paying attention, actually, I should be paying attention, as Ford is taking on Anna Jay in front of a silent audience. Probably because half of them there have never seen a female that close. But regardless, here we go. No. KJ, I think Anna Jay is the future world champion. I think if she's booked right and treated right and learns her craft, as she has, and keep going back to Japan, because the only chance you have to learn and get better is in other companies. Tony doesn't train his staff. Tony doesn't train his talent. He just signs talent that got better elsewhere. So that's what we're doing with Anna Jay. Anna Jay has all the makings of someone special. If Anna Jay was in NXT and in a developmental program, it'd be great. That's why Ring of Honor should be a developmental program instead of having an old saggy fuck running around with the belt. Yes, there you go. I got you. Took me a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are picture in picture. Penelope is in control of Anna Jay. Ford needs a win. Anybody want to look up the last time Ford had a win, or how many wins she has in 5 years? I'm curious, but I'm not doing it. When was the last time we seen Bandido on AEW TV? The last time I remember Bandido on AEW TV was against Jericho. And then I don't know if anyone remembers after that, but the last time I remember it was against Jericho, and then I hadn't seen him again. If you squint your eyes at Penelope, you can almost see Sindel from Mortal Kombat. Picture in picture, it's really small, so I kind of got that vibe anyway. Ford needs a win. Fuck. I seriously hope these talents are trying to stack up their money before going to WWE. A lot of talent stock and interest is on a straight decline. Willie, I think that's, and again, I don't fault anybody for doing it. If you think about it, if you're like, fuck, even like an MJF, well, this guy's going to back the truck up and give me ridiculous money to hang around. And I'll get to go do movies. I get to stay at home. I get to hang out. I don't have to wrestle very often. And then eventually, if I want to take this seriously, but I'm already loaded, right? FTR. Triple H said it. Some people wanted to work less dates and have it easier. And he wasn't wrong. And I know our buddy Will, the Billy Goat, took it personal, took it as an insult, took it as a shot at him. But what Ospreay didn't realize is there is a plethora of talent in AEW that are riding that train. And the biggest one is Mercedes Moné. Okada's right behind her, just collecting checks. Young Bucks are at home collecting checks. Miro's at home collecting checks. You know, the list goes on and on and on of people that are under contract with AEW collecting good money, better money than they would get anywhere else, to do nothing. I can't fault that. Tony Khan, if you can hear my voice, I would love to have a meeting with you because I would also like to stay at home and collect a lot of money. Fact. Hashtag that. Some AEW wrestlers should have gone to WWE ID program to learn their craft. Yeah, I mean, again, the ID program for a lot of them came out after the fact, right? So, Tony, maybe some of them worked their way that way. Like, not everybody that leaves AEW is going to go to WWE. So maybe you go into the indies and then you find your connect that way. Maybe. Nice neck breaker by Anna Jay. 2 count. Serena Deeb had a match on the weekend, somebody said. I don't know. Bandido has been injured. Yes, he did get injured. The last match I remember having was the Jericho match where people talked about, wow, what a good match. What people didn't realize is how slow Bandido had to go to get Jericho to that point. Like, he had to walk. I know what Bandido can do, and what he did with Jericho was embarrassing. Penelope Ford beat Robin Renegade, another fucking stunner, 10-26. Okay. She got one. We got one. Who do you think takes the title from off Mariah? It's not going to be Mina. If I were them, I'd give the fucking title to Mina. I'll be honest, Damien. At least Mina gets cheered. Remember when everyone going into Full Gear were like, Tony Storm's coming back? Give the fucking belt to Mina. At least she gets cheered. Bruh. Big moonsault from the top. Misses. Big drop kick. Serena Deeb is going one-on-one with Willow. Why? There's another poor soul that's just lost. My girl Willow is just, oh, there you go. Ooh, that was sloppy as shit. We got a 2 count. ABJ, I see your comment, not reading it out loud, but I don't care. You can make money now with AEW or make money forever from being in WWE. Again, it all depends on what are you looking for personally, right? And she makes it to the bottom ropes. She just pushed her off. That's interesting from the ref. But see, there's this debate, right? And I said it when it came to Mercedes Moné. Do you want to cash in on the big paycheck? Yeah, that's great. Or would you take less money to go to a better situation? Ricochet's another example. Ricochet would be doing more interesting things in WWE right now. Ricochet somehow thinks he put the world on his back and a win out of nowhere. MJ. Oh, thank you, Tony. Anna gave her all that she needed. All that she could handle is usually what you would say. Anna's got a microphone. Holy shit. They are. The AEW just rejects women's wrestling, and it's weird. This match is quite slow and quiet. It is. So Anna loses to... How the fuck did we get here? Okada, yes, Rampage actually stacked this week, Kevin. We got a whole bunch of people over on fucking Rampage. But back to my point with Willie is just, again, do you want the big stage? Do you want the WrestleManias? Or do you want the small stage and maybe a bigger paycheck? You got to decide. Like I said, FTR played Tony to get more money. And it was about their legacy. And then they've sat home for a year and a half. So it's to each their own. And I don't knock anybody's hustle. But let's be real. Oh my God, who gave her the fucking microphone? The show just keeps getting better. And I don't know why Mercedes and Jericho are always like connected on the show. Drives me nuts. This match is clunky. Yeah, I'd say. KJ Ricochet really wasn't doing much in WWE, to be honest. Not much, but now, like, he was doing enough. Remember, he was an IC champion. He was in that mid card. He's not doing much here either. He's fighting Commander on Rampage. Anna smacks Sasha. Anna. Yeah, Aubrey's useless. Willow versus Serena Deeb. The winner of that match will face Jamie Hayter at Winter is Coming next week, so that Jamie can get fucked up by Julia, who will be coming back at Winter is Coming, because we got to have some type of surprise at Winter is Coming. We'll be here next week to see if that theory all plays out for you. All right, Sasha rolls out of the ring and makes my head stop hurting a little bit. Thank God. So they've announced it. It's official. Their graphic guy is fucking quick. AEW Holiday Bash in 2 weeks. So you do this moment and then a match in 2 weeks. Our main event of the evening, where people are just going to go to bed. Brody King, Claudio, Castagnoli. I will ask everybody in the chat, how you feeling about it? Anna J, 76% were correct. One more poll. Let's go. Last poll of the night, and hopefully I'll remember to pull this one down. Who wins? Claudio. Okay. All right. What are we thinking in this main event? It's an International Women's Cup tournament match. KJ, does anybody care, Damien? Ford needs more indie. Ford can go. Slap. Holiday Bash, more like holiday trash. 2 weeks, no build. Yeah, so we have no reason to think that Anna has an issue with Mercedes. She has a match tonight, grabs a microphone and says, I know you're watching. I want to fight you. Next second, graphic. For 2 weeks from now. Well, I'll tell you what, dude. Like, I mean, again, you just, it's so messy, guys. I believe it or not, I'm having a ton of fun here tonight. I don't give two shits about this main event. AEW also has their own speed champion. It's TK. Fact. Oh, God. Anna Jay gets another title shot. So she lost twice to Mariah May. Now she's going to go to Sasha. Remember, you have the best women's division in the world. But the only people you can book, like, why? Like, the tunnel vision is fucking killing me. It's killing me. It's all bad. The back half of the show has been a fucking slog. Why are people facing each other just to face another person? Not even for a title or anything. That means something. That's the problem, giving everyone creative control. That's exactly it right there, Willie. You nailed it on the head. I talked about it before. And I find it ironic to watch all the people online are so mad at Eric Bischoff. You hate AEW, you traitor. Rah, rah. But Eric Bischoff speaks from experience. And they're doing exactly the same thing. Sasha controls her own creative. Moxley's in charge of his. Fucking the Bucks are in control of theirs. Lord knows who else gets a say in what they do. We know Jericho's calling his shots. And again, what that creates is just one big clustery fuck. One giant clustery fuck across the board. No cohesion. Nothing fits together. Nobody makes sense. Britt Baker was supposed to fight Deeb. What happened to that? I don't know. DJ Premier. Oh, that can't be a legitimate thought. It can't be. It's not even fucking close. Hashtag clustery fuck. Yes. Yeah, DJ, I appreciate your 2 cents, but that can't be. I think you're just, at this point, are you just trying to poke at me? legitimately, I don't. In what way? In what was better? The useless battle royal that ate up 20 minutes of the show that had nobody in it, but the two guys that we were expecting to win it that aren't even getting the payoff tonight. We got to wait a week. By the way, Mariah May's on the TV. Hanging out. Holy shit, hanging out indeed. Oh, Renee trying to walk out on the interview. I'm still here. I didn't quit yet. Yeah, I thought so. I'm like, I know you too well for that to be your real thought. But instantly people in the chat are like, what the fuck? Yeah. Relax, people. DJ's one of the good ones. Just wait till Rio and Maki return. Mina versus Rio. World's End. Let's go. Book it. Mariah May. Barely in that fucking dress. Funkmaster Flat. AEW makes me feel like they only have 10 women signed. They make you feel like there's only 20 people signed to the entire company. Mina's here. Ooh, there's about 10,000 people across North America just made a mess in their pants as Mina shows up during the Mariah May interview, hands her a champagne bottle, and says, "Do it on my face." It writes itself. I didn't write it. So far the show is good because no Jericho. There was a Jericho, and it was a shit Jericho. It was minimal, but it was shit. But the battle royal fucking sucked. It was garbage. Wasted my fucking time. Why are we doing it? At least put in a couple people that maybe could win it. Here comes Brody King. He will be taking on Claudio, who gives no fucks about his friends, apparently, because he refused to come out and help. Big ass Tony Storm. And won. Yeah, thank you. I was like, what? You did miss Jericho. You're lucky. You're lucky. Jericho just cut a stupid promo talking about, like, it's so weird because you have a chance to kind of sell a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. The fact that you're going to do Hammerstein, there's been a lot of controversy about it. And here's this fucking moron. Like, it's going to be funny if I say Beantown when we're in New York, or I'll say the Big Easy instead of New York. Jericho, it's not fucking funny, and your company's not selling tickets. So maybe don't be funny during the pitch. Maybe. Just maybe. And people can't figure out why the fuck things are the way they are in this company. It's been a fucking disaster. The show literally booked for the sickos. But even the sickos are sick of this shit. Adam, that's the thing. Like, there is a small pocket of sickos. Mostly friends of Tony Khan. Which friends I use loosely, because let's be real. If he didn't have the money, would anybody talk to him? This AEW show was funnier than Raw, a funny disaster. There's that. I mean, again, the wrestling might suck. We never do. It's one of our mottos here. I have fun. And I know you guys tune in and I'm just fucking losing my mind. It's fun. It was really fucking entertaining. I'm going to get off this stream. I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to have a laugh. It's going to be good. You know, come to Dynamite, they said. Have a good time. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's better than going crazy. Brody King for the win. What's the chat saying? 69% for Claudio. Go figure. Speaking of Tony Storm, who do you think she's what do you think she's up to? A repackaging. It has to be a repackaging. I mean, again, I haven't heard any follow-up that she's officially retired. I know she said it, but I'm thinking that, you know, Timeless Tony has retired. and she will be back. She'll get a big pop. She'll be more herself. I don't know. Oh, wow. Disco said that people don't like Jericho because Jericho is being a heel. I call BS on that. It's wrong. And listen, Disco is probably a bad gauge because Disco was Disco is shit unto himself. So to him, something stupid like Jericho, something campy like Jericho works because Disco's whole thing was campy and stupid. Yeah, no. Jericho was being told to retire. Instead of taking a break and getting away from all of this, he doubled down. He is not getting booed because he's a bad guy. He's getting booed because it sucks. It fucking sucks. Sucks. Disco is wrong. Period. It's like Mercedes Moné. Well, she's getting booed. She's getting told to shut the fuck up. And not in the we hate her. I hope the baby face beats her up of seriously, don't be here. We don't want you. And that's what's happening. So, in all due respect to Disco, I would expect a guy with campy gimmicks like Disco to think something campy was getting over as a heel. But that's not why they're booing Jericho. Like what he just did, it fucking sucks. It's immature. It's 1990s WWE. WWF, to be honest. And fuck, it's giving me a headache. Cesaro looks like he's wearing a barber schmuck. Oh, by the way, we have started big scoop slam by Brody. Everybody, Claudio, the favorite. Brody King should not be taking L's. Jericho has to stink of Big Show dying days in WWE. Kind of like that, right? You're not that far off base, Mark. Disco never drew a dime. He wouldn't know shit. Exactly, Misfits. And again, his whole thing was silly. So he plateaued. So does Don Callis not count as ringside person for Fletcher earlier? No. Loophole. He was on commentary. Triple H announced that Pat McAfee is coming back full-time in January on the debut of Netflix or Raw. Debut of Netflix on Raw. Yes! Let's go! I think Pat's going to be in the Royal Rumble this year. It's in Indy. I love Pat. I like Pat. I like what Pat brings to the table. Joe, I think Joe has done a good enough job, but I think Joe and Pat should be on a rotation. When Joe's there, Pat's not. When Pat's there, Joe's not. We'll just rotate those two motherfuckers in and out until they give me the job. Ric Flair was the best old wrestler. Terry Funk was the best old wrestler. What you drinking? I'll never tell. Brody needs another belt. Brody should be just slaughtering people. Like, Brody should be booked like Umaga. Like, should be booked like Jacob Fatu. The minute you see Brody, you're like, oh, fuck, shit's about to happen. That's what Brody King should be. Instead, he loses to Darby. Now, he beat him last time, but he's lost to Darby. Ric Flair was the best old wrestler. Listen, I covered Ric Flair's last match live. That was terrifying. Jericho, yeah, I got that one. I truly hope that they don't show AEW in any type of drug rehab facility or treatment center. Corey, I don't know what prompted that. I'm curious. Shit, I forgot to vote. That's all right. That's all right. It's chilly tonight, colder than fit. You're gonna get me. You're gonna hurt my algorithm, but I like it. I like it. Claudio is winning. House of Black or jobbers. Fact. I see Dynamite ratings falling drastically when they stream on Max because it's not must see and people. Oh, 100%. I mean, again, that's going to be a byproduct of this. And now them shifting to Max. What will be interesting is they will be able to gauge, like when WWE goes to Netflix and AEW goes to Max, there will, the same Nielsen group, I believe it is, that is doing our ratings. They also follow clicks. They'll follow impressions. So there will be analytics to see how they're doing. Will moving to Max give us, there's an opportunity. It feels like there's an opportunity anyway that more people could see AEW. But if you are not a wrestling fan or a former wrestling fan, and you went on to HBO Max and it said suggested Dynamite, and you clicked on it and you got this shit, would you watch next week? That's the dilemma. It's awesome you're going to Max, but Max isn't going to keep you around the way TBS is. And I know they're all fucking twined, but we'll see if you get clicks. We'll see. I really wish I gave a damn about this match. Me too. I don't care at all. Counting the minutes for Ding Ding. We're about 3 minutes away, I hope. Triple in now, I got that one. Pat versus Cole on commentary is hilarious. Oh, they're fucking awesome. And Pat gets the best out of Cole because Pat gets Cole going. Yeah, football is basically over. Pat coming back. Yeah, if they just kept rotating, like Pat comes back, Tony leaves, or Joe. Is it Joe Testatory? Whatever. Death Valley Driver. Think we see Kingston join the Death Riders soon. Seems like need more members soon. More members. I hope the Death Riders don't get more members. And if it's Eddie, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm part of me feel I love Eddie, but I kind of feel like the ship has sailed on Eddie. You had a chance. That was another. We were talking about people who are white hot. 2 count. Eddie got white hot, and they fucked him up because he wasn't one of the in crowd. Middle-aged and crazy. Well, that sums me up pretty good. The best old wrestler is Goldberg. Cry about it. It's enough out of you. Brody King, you're literally going to say Goldberg and give me shit about Sami Zayn. Brody King, he would be a star in WWE. If you just booked him like I said, book him like Jacob Fatu. That every time you saw Brody, somebody was about to get fucked up in a big way. That's all you got to do. Instead of him taking beatings week in and week out and week in and week out. Minimal offense. Somebody tries to do a drop kick, he swats it. Somebody does a fucking suplex, he gets up. Like, Brody King should be no-selling the way Moxley no-sells. And Moxley should not be no-selling. Imagine Brody versus Jacob. Oh, I'm a big fan of Brody. But Brody's bleeding, I believe. There's an art to not selling. Jose, that is correct. I agree. He's a bad, big SOB and underutilized. Well, again, you had Butcher, another big old dude that, would I make him a forefront? No, he's a great, lower tier guy in a faction. Butcher and the Blade would have been a great tag team. They never even got near. They didn't even get to sniff those titles. Tony Schiavone sucks on commentary. But Terry Funk dressed like a jester from an English court. Never understood. You're not wrong, but that's Terry Funk, the OG legend. And a fellow horse lover. This sounded so weird coming out of my mouth. Brody King is a gigantic man covered in tattoos. He should be booked like Kane in his first couple of years. Exactly. Like I was saying, you got Butcher. You put Lance Archer and Brian Cage together, 2 big guys that could dominate. And I'm not a big fan of Cage that much. I think I was a really big fan of Archer, but he's gone nowhere. But put them together and let them fuck people up. But nobody just fucks people up. Ric Flair still hasn't woke up from his last match. 2. The match is pretty good. I'm going to be honest. We're doing okay. We keep saying this person would be amazing if they were booked XYZ. Way too much when we watch AEW. Yes, I agree, because not everything is true, and it's just an easy thing to say, oh, if they were there. Well, A, we can't have everybody over there. B, not everyone translates. And C, I think a lot of that is because of we believe we know what they can do. And that's why we feel that way of like, it's no different than watching a quarterback on a shit team. And you're like, man, if only he was over there and had their offense, it's that vibe, right? But it does get said a lot. But it used to be the other way around. It used to be like, oh man, if FTR was to get to AEW, what would they do? Now it's flipped. So it's funny. I meant like 10 years ago, Rick. That's fine. It made me laugh, Jose. We got our first snowfall last night. Ours kind of started a couple days ago and hasn't stopped yet. Fucking hell. About 6 and 12. 6 to 12. That's also what I bring to the table. 6 to 12. Claudio eats a superplex. The fans are up. And they're let's go. Let's go. Give me some love. Ric Flair and Jay Lethal. Oh, amazing. No! And the crowd continues to bark. So why Claudio could not come again? If it's the same thing with Darby last week, DJ. Darby ends Full Gear by driving a fucking car into Moxley's truck. They're both in the building on Wednesday and nobody interacted. Didn't give a fuck. Same thing tonight. If Claudio's in the building, assuming they're all in the same dressing room because they're on the same team. The minute their friends are like, we're going to the ring, Claudio's like, I'm going to hang back. I got a main event. Fuck you, bro. The fuck? That's like your friend, like, hey, dude, we're going to go scrap. Oh, but we got snacks. I'm going to stay. Like, get the fuck out of here. If we're going to fight, you're coming with us. I don't give a fuck about your main event. Rhino, Gilbert. Yeah, I'll take Gilbert over Goldberg. Rhino, give nothing but love for Rhino. Even though I think Rhino is actually 112 years old, we don't know. He's just been the same age my entire life. It's the weirdest thing. It's the opposite of Benjamin Button. He don't age at all. Brody misses Claudio, eats the barricade. I came back to wrestling after 20 years away. Jose, that's good. I also took a sabbatical, but it was not 20 years. It was a handful of years. Though there was like those late Vince days were fucking torture. What match are interested in more? Claudio or versus Will Ospreay, or Ricochet versus Brody King? Oh, Claudio Ospreay. Technically, Brody King should beat the shit out of Ricochet. It should be a 4-second match. The fans are on their feet, folks. I got to give them credit. That's part of the show. As we're at 10:04, another kick out. Eddie Kingston doesn't interest me whatsoever. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. Where's the AEW belt? In the suitcase that is way too small to hold it. SmackDown will be on USA TV. What happened behind the back? Why did the ref turn his back? Neutralizer. And the crowd boos. As they should. Why did the ref turn his back? What did I miss there? Why? There was no reason. You do your fucking job. Yeah. So Claudio, 2 wins. Brody King, 1 win, 1 loss. I so wanted Brody to win. Brody, it's funny, like a lot tonight, at the end of the matches, the chat will blow up and be like, the other guy should have won. Like all night long. The only one I think we all agreed on was Swerve. So next week, winner is coming. Just thrown at us on the way out in a split second. Pac and John Moxley, Orange Cassidy, and I didn't even catch it. Jay White. Cross will annihilate Goldberg. There you go. Let me clarify, KJ. I was trying to quit drugs, and I saw this show as a wrestling fan. I would probably want. Oh, okay, got you. It was a little sneaky on that one. Eddie Kingston don't want to be at AEW anymore. I don't blame him. It's physics. Big guy beats little guy. Not always, but the little guy beating the big guy is the exception, not the rule, right? So again, you can have a Rey Mysterio, you can have a Shawn Michaels, you can have smaller guys that beat bigger guys, but they can't do it all the fucking time, and the big guys can't always lose, or else they're useless. All right, what's the point of having the big fucking muscle guy in your corner if he gets beat up by everyone? Ask Camille. How well is that working out? Camille, MIA now. She quit. No angle, no story. I'm injured. Fuck it. Oh, by the way, the show ended. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of AEW Dynamite tonight. Get your ratings out of 10. I'm very curious how you guys are going to rate this one. I didn't like it. If you haven't noticed for the last 2 hours how my vibe's been. Tonight struggled for me. Swerve, Max Caster did what they needed to do. Though if Max Caster is going solo, this is not the way to do it. But Swerve looked amazing, got the crowd into it. A couple good matches. The main event was a pretty good match. Again, the fans don't only seem to cheer for false finishes. Weird, but a good match overall. Again, Claudio's push feels so out of nowhere. Well, again, when you're with the top heel faction, you should get some love. You should drop those trios belts, though, because what the fuck are we doing with them? But yeah, I understand why Claudio's getting some love now. Oh, low blow. Okay, I missed the low blow, but why did the ref look away? Tomatoes. I like it. Two big guys slapping meat will always wake the crowd. Facts. I like it. So there was a couple things tonight that got the crowd going. So it wasn't a complete write-off, but there was so many bad things. That battle royal was the beginning of the end for me as far as giving a fuck. Unbroken, I'm not clicking on that one, but shout out. KJ Omega, want to stay in New Japan. Do you blame him? No, not at all. 4 out of 10. This show started strong but ended weak. Yeah, I mean, but it ended kind of okay. Like it's funny. The main event was all right. The beginning was all right, and everything else in between. Like again, Jericho's fucking around, making the show look pathetic. The vignette for Bandido was fucking stupid. That battle royal made me so mad at that battle royal that you couldn't find 2 or 3 other people that maybe win. What the fuck are we doing? 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10. And the fact that he didn't pay it off till next week is ridiculous. 0 out of 10. Eddie Kingston borrowed my car and never brought it back. It's possible. I kind of believe that. 6.3 out of 10. Wrestling for Life. Who booked this show? Wait. You did! TK, what are you doing? Call me. We'll talk. I'll help you out. 4 out of 10. I like both guys, but the mid-card tournament should not be closing Dynamite, and Tony wonders why the ratings suck. Again, I think, like I said, my issue with the Battle Royal or the main event, there are these parts of the show where people can just turn it off. You don't have to watch the Battle Royal. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and 18 jobbers. Good night, everybody. That's all that matters. So, I mean, even the main event, if you didn't really care about the main event, you could go to bed. And that's where you see those dips in views. So Hobbs helped Ricochet, and now we don't see him. He wasn't in the Battle Royal or C2. Would C2 not have been perfect for a guy like Hobbs? But listen, guys, it doesn't matter who's in the C2. It is Ospreay, Fletcher's tournament. That's what I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. If they prove me wrong, I'll admit it. But God, 2 out of 10, 0.8 out of 10. Much better than last week. I'm trying to remember. I really hated last week. I really did. But tonight, I really hated it more. I'm stuck. You might be right. Equally shit. Can they be equally shit? I don't know. I saw a video of Brody King body slamming people into his pits at concerts. I think it's becoming a thing. It is, 100%. It is awesome. Do it to my face. Who writes this shit? Yeah. Winter isn't the only thing that's arriving next week, folks. The Butcher and the Blade weren't even allowed to look at the AEW tag titles on the website. That's amazing. Jose, thank you so much. Always love your insight and candor. Jose, I do appreciate your super chat. your support, and I appreciate everybody for joining me. Over 100 people still here with me right now. 5.9 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I'm giving tonight a 4. 0.8. I mean, 2 out of 10 might be a little low. There were a couple things in there that worked for me, honestly. But again, they're too few and far between. Why is Anna Jay feuding with Sasha? Why is Julia picking on Jamie? You know, why is Orange Cassidy back? Did he not? Can we not give Orange Cassidy a couple weeks off? He missed one fucking show. Now all the baby faces are beating up Moxley, and Claudio's in the back just picking his nose. It's fucking weird. None of it makes sense. The Continental Classic is a bit, like I said before, saves a little bit of grace for Tony Khan because it's just two guys. You go in the ring and have a good match. There's no story, no angle, just points. So that works well. I thought it worked well last year. Shelton, I thought, had a really good match tonight. Fletcher steals the win. I'm okay with it. I know some of the pundits out there are going to be like, oh, Shelton, I love Shelton. What did he do? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The baby face, the up-and-coming heel, steals a win. I'm good with that. That was good. The main event was good. That Battle Royal really pissed me off. They should get rid of those trios titles while people aren't thinking about them. Yeah, just leave them. Just do what you did. Treat the trios titles like you treated the point system, right? Like where the wins matter. Remember the whole ranking system? Just stop showing up with them. And eventually people are like, what happened to those belts? And then we'll just act like they never existed. Are you still predicting Fletcher versus Ospreay final? I am. 5.5 out of 10. The Butcher and the Blade. I got that one. Thank you so much again, Jose. 5 out of 10 from 123 Kid. 3 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going 4 just because you're losing points on the Battle Royal. You should have had the payoff for the Battle Royal. You also should have had, Jericho really sucks. I really didn't like the vignette for Bandido. None of this makes sense. Again, you have to be a little bit, I don't know. It's so remedial, guys. Again, maybe you're young and a little immature and you find some of this fun. But for my money, it's really fucking badly put together. 5 out of 10. AEW is really working overtime to lose me week in and week out. See, more and more fans. I got brothers. I got friends that have given up on this company. And it's sad. There was a stretch where one of my brothers was a diehard AEW fan. Wouldn't miss it. Shit all over WWE. And then just gave up on it. Couldn't do it anymore. 8 out of 10. That show was great. Robert, drugs are bad, but I'm glad you had fun. 1 out of 10. Who gave a fuck about good matches with no consistency, meaning, or storyline? I could see a good match with two ants. Like, do you mean like, the ants go marching or like your aunties? But with no context, I don't want to see it every Wednesday. You're right. I agree. Context is king, and you got to make stuff matter. And too much of the show doesn't matter. Cole versus MJF being forced to continue is a disservice to both men. And not even that. It's like this windy road to each other. They're not building each other. Like, it's been this convoluted path. Like, can we fight? We shouldn't be fighting, but if we're going to fight, let's get it over with. 4 out of 10. Didn't Jimmy Fallon do the dancing jab skit? I don't know. -2 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Swerve needs a story. Right now, the squash match was okay, but it's a one-off. Swerve is just push that guy. Put him, like, the fact that him and the Hurt Business are done is fucking weird. Chris Jericho shouldn't disrespect the Bronx like that by calling it Beantown. Hello, the Bronx is not called Beantown. See, here's the thing, Safed. He thinks he's being funny, comical. He also called it the Big Easy as well, I believe. He thinks it's funny. 80-90% of the fans think it's fucking dumb. So that's the problem with Jericho. Is Jericho loves his own fucking vintage. Kiss me under the kiss me. Oh, that's a note I should never attempt ever again. How I believe C2 doesn't mean much this year. Matches on Rampage. I agree with that, Richard. If you want me to believe in the Continental Classic, you keep it away from Rampage, but you're not. So, and again, you got these big signs. You got this big deal guy like Ricochet going to take on Commander on a Rampage. Sorry, Ricochet, you might have made the wrong choice. If it wasn't for KJ, I wouldn't even watch Dynamite. Jose, I love that. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all keeping me company for my weekly self-inflicted torture. AEW women's booking is the weakest it's ever been. Give me 2021 vibes. What Tony Khan is doing to the women's division is depressing. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. Truthfully, it seemed like when Vince was running creative, AEW was on fire. I'm gonna make last call on the chat, and I will address this real quick. The thing is, when Tony came on, we needed Tony Khan. We needed AEW because Vince McMahon was doing whatever he wanted, and it was fucking boring. I gave up on wrestling. Tony Khan and AEW is why I came back to wrestling as a fan 5 years ago. Started watching it, got really into it. It was new. It was different. I knew Jericho. I liked Jericho. I was a huge Jericho fan. You had like the guys at the Bucks that had a good reputation, Omega, and that was it. But in the beginning, it was kind of like Robin Hood. And I've said this before. He was like wrestling Robin Hood, where he was stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Even though he was the son of a billionaire, he was hijacking Vince and giving these wrestlers, these independent wrestlers, these wrestlers trapped in WWE, an opportunity that nobody else was giving them. When Vince got pushed out, that narrative disappeared. And Triple H, all of a sudden, the WWE's booking got better. The WWE shows got better. And no longer are you competing Tony versus Big Evil VKM. It's Tony versus Trips. And Trips has got a big fan base. And I know there's a narrative out there where people try and push it to try and push Trips down. But no longer was it Tony against the big, bad, evil Vince. And the minute that script flipped, Tony has not had an answer since. 2023, all of 2024, he is struggling to find footing, and he doesn't know what to do. And it's gone down and down and down. Robert, I wish I knew. This really feels like Vince Russo-esque. I know it's cliche, but tell me if I'm wrong. It does. It feels like the days of dying WCW. When WCW was all but fucked, and they were just throwing shit at the wall, hoping something stuck. The problem in this company is even when it sticks, they fucking pull it down. It's odd. I care about good matches. I do too, but I want meaning behind the matches. You can't just keep giving me. I can watch indie shows all day long that have good matches, but I need more than that. Thank you, Hannah. Hobbs returns and not even in a feud. Exactly. Ricochet signs and does nothing. Orange Cassidy starting to remind me of the drunk guy at the bar whose birthday is every weekend. Fact. That Bandido promo, I swear to God, I thought it was watching a crappy movie trailer for an up-and-coming show. Yeah, I thought it was like a fucking dumb Tide commercial or something. Like, it was fucking bad. And then at the end, they're like, oh, Bandito, what the fuck are we doing? And just coming off the heels of Jericho wearing a cowboy hat, I thought it all tied together. Like, this is some weird learning tree shit. Now you know a Big Bill and Bounty Hunter don't even get to be on the fucking little packages, but he's putting them over. AEW running corny commercial tease for Bandido returning is questionable, hugely questionable. And again, a guy that you want me to take serious, you just embarrassed. KJ singing like the next Canadian Idol. Oh, it hurt to do that. Damn, never thought I'd see Jericho get to the corny out of touch guy. Kiwan, it is so bad. But the thing is, he thinks he's so amazing. And he's just he's the uncle that shows up in a Speedo at like the family barbecue that's like cracking the one-liners. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Like, dude, go the fuck away. Like, that's him. Anyway, I'm rambling. You all keep blowing me up, but I got to say goodnight. Wrestling for Life, I appreciate that. They should thank you all for the viewership that comes from people participating in this chat podcast. We're trying to help. We're trying to do our part, Willie. We're trying to bring people to AEW, but AEW is not helping. But if nothing else, it's fun to rant and rave once a week about what's going wrong. But I appreciate that. Dear Tony Khan, get back in the chat. 5 out of 10 from Richard. I must bid everyone a farewell. I do appreciate the chat is on fire. I love you guys. I appreciate it. The problem is AEW is a perpetual summer camp where the indie kids have fun. and make a ton of money. That's why the only adult, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and more adults are going to follow. So yes, you're not wrong. All in all, 2 out of 10. That sums it up. I went a little higher. But that's it. I'm done. That is Dynamite. We are back tomorrow, 8 p.m. We got the deadline preview and predictions. Friday, SmackDown. Saturday, we got more shit coming. A whole bunch of stuff's on Saturday. Next week, winter is coming. It's going to be a crazy time, a crazy week. We're at the year end. We're going to celebrate 2024 as we wind down here. Once again, check out all our links below. Follow us on our socials and keep supporting this channel. We appreciate it. We love it. Big shout out to Nick. Big shout out to Sweet Tony Rings. I just like saying it. But on behalf of the Wrestling for Life Network, I'm KJ White. I'll see you tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Good night.